All right, guys, today's episode is brought to you by this wonderful drinking accessory that was sent to us by our great friends.
Tell me about the product here, dude. This is incredible.
This thing is unbelievable. It has 2 koozies on the front to keep your drinks cold, a magnetic koozie on the top for your beer on the go, a e-cig holder for your top right there.
What's that thing magnetizing to, though?
Your loon, and it goes inside of, your beer magnet here?
Yeah, what is that magnet?
That's a bottle opener.
A bottle opener?
You should know better than
Holy
that.
smokes, dude. And this is all on Muff Waiters?
Muffwaiters.com. Use code ONTAP, all capital letters, all one word. Get 10% off your next order.
Wow. Gorgeous.
I feel like an absolute baller just drinking out of the jug. This is everything my mom would have just hated.
Yep.
Yeah, I can feel you getting slapped right now.
I do that at home with those two.
I love it when the cranberry cherry juice touches my mustache and then goes back into the container.
I'm not going to lie. I've never really got the allure of cranberry juice. Or
Cranberry juice is phenomenal.
I've never really been a fan of it. Like,
It's
I
very
can just
tart.
drink it.
I'm
it's
just trying to prevent kidney stones, buddy.
Is that what it does?
Does help with that.
I don't know. I've heard that. I don't know the science behind it.
I feel like I'm drinking this cherry juice shit. Like, that's what's going to be growing inside of my kidneys.
Like this is what builds up. And then
I
you
don't
have
know. I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying the cherries kind of look like it could be one hell of a kidney stone.
You're not a doctor?
The truth comes out, okay? I did complete 1 year of college. Actually, I didn't complete it.
Or so you're a
But yes.
chiropractor.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
That was
We're doing
Or a
doing
dentist.
I'll just say this now. We're doing a chiropractor skit, so I've been doing a little reading up on what people poke fun at chiropractors of, and that was one of them.
Oh, really?
That
How many
they-
years of schooling do you need?
Well, that's the thing. It depends where you go. Some places it's a full 8 years. Some places it's 4 years. Some places it's like
No
1
way.
year and you get a certificate type of deal.
Really?
Yeah, so there's like different levels to it.
You could fucking kill somebody.
Yeah, I would want the guy snapping my neck in a very, aggressive manner to have like
Yeah.
at least 4 years.
Here's the thing. I almost tell my chiropractor every single time I'm there, I'm so close to being like, hey, maybe please don't do my neck this time. Just because of how it's like, just so quick. I know a guy that we actually lives here in town.
Yep.
That had a stroke from getting his neck adjusted. And he was only like 30 years old. So I don't want to scare you guys, but think about that next time you get adjusted.
Holy shit!
I was thinking about going in there and being like, hey, man, can you just give me a little extra something on the neck? Let's just...
Give me that one side of my face droop type crack.
Yeah.
Here's
Give
the
me
deal.
that never working another day of my life type of a crack.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's like kind of a weird deal, because local guy, local chiropractor, kind of a hairy deal.
I never heard of this.
Yeah.
This is some
kept
controversial
this-
You guys know both of the people
They
too. I
kept
don't
this-
want to put them out on the podcast, but you guys both know both of them.
Whoa.
You both know both of them.
Bofa.
They kept that on the down low.
Yeah, I would say that wasn't like a mainstream Pine City news.
How
Kind of
how long ago are we talking?
5 years ish,
Oh, smokes.
something like that. Something like that.
God damn.
I might not have been in the neighborhood.
Yeah, here's the problem.
Do
You're making
you
me think
guys-
now.
Do you guys
I don't wanna do
consider chiropractors doctors?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree. I would agree. They get the now. There's 2 types of chiropractors from really in my past experiences, living in different cities, going to different chiropractors. First off, adjusting to a new chiropractor and their style is like kind of off-putting a little bit.
Yeah.
So, for example, all the ones I feel like here are very natural, crack you up to make you feel better.
Yeah.
Like that kind of deal.
Personable,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like every chiropractor I've gone to has been the same. So what are the other kinds of chiropractors there are?
I'm glad you asked, Tyler, because I'm about to tell you right now.
Lay it on me.
The holistic chiropractors that are like big into the essential oils and the supplements.
Shamans?
And basically modern day shamans.
Okay.
Do you think that is one of these like certificate type of chiropractors?
Where it's like, hey, you come in, I'll crack your neck and read your palm.
And
type of
your
deal?
palm? No.
Have you heard of Young Living?
Yeah, so man, thanks for coming in for your adjustment today. Actually, I'm looking for 5 beautiful babes to get cracked every week. And let me get you in on this plan. All you have to do is actually sign up 5 other chiropractors.
So now chiropractors is a pyramid scheme?
no.
No, it's an MLM.
No, I'm just kidding. I've never had a chiropractor try to pitch me on anything except for, like I said, I have been to this chiropractor in Fargo, and it was like a very holistic thing. It was like, okay, it was past like physical therapy type stuff. Not you don't just need to stretch this way to help this muscle, to help this bone category do what it needs to do.
Did you have to bring in like a little shot glass of goat blood before you did it, or like
we were taking shots before we started? Yeah. So that's
okay.
There was a sacrificial adjustment.
Yes. Yeah. So you had to break one bone so that the others could heal, type of ordeal.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. No. This, like I said, this guy was just like an essential oils kind of guy. Okay. Just like, hey, eat healthier. Smoke this lavender.
I was gonna say, next time you can't walk when you get up in the morning, try some lavender.
Yeah. Because that's what I want to hear when I feel like shit. Is to tell people just to feel better or like be healthier.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
okay. I'll just be healthy then.
And that's the certificate talking, buddy.
Fuck me.
Then you get real chiropractors like AKA Doc Joe here in town, or our buddies at Lynn Lake Chiropractic, Clay, Joel, and Joe. I think they all got the market cornered on the chiropractors in Pine City. Welcome back to another episode of On Tap, presented by Unlimited Masonry. The boys are here. We're not really live, laugh, loving right now because we are completely out of beer in the studio for the second week in a row because I keep forgetting to grab a beer.
Yes,
I'm drinking a full 64 fluid ounce of cranberry cherry juice because I got surgery tomorrow, so I can't be drinking the liquor.
Yeah, a little update on life. It's hot as fuck outside in Minnesota, and it is absolutely miserable for everyone that has to work outside. And Cody is getting his fucking nose drilled out tomorrow. So, I mean, they're going to shove like an 11/16 drill bit right up the schnoz? Or how does this ordeal even work?
I don't know. I was just thinking earlier before we started this that I'm going to watch YouTube videos of like how it's done.
Oh,
like
dude, that might creep me out.
It might creep me out, but at the same time,
or it's going to be like, dude, I could just do this at home.
That's kind of like when I had my diaper party. Tucker tried showing us all videos of what childbirth looks like.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know
Tucker's wrong for that.
That was
really messed up, Tucker.
Yeah.
Shame on you for trying to do that.
Definitely Tucker.
I hate to say it, but I think it was me that was doing the Googling.
Well, Tucker had the idea. I think he handed you the remote.
Yeah, hey, idea and execution are two different things, all right, man?
He's the instigator.
I thought about doing a crime.
Yeah.
And then someone else committed that exact crime.
I think that's what happened up the road from our studio here. Talk about some local hot news. A local rental property.
I actually do want to hear more about how they drill out your nose, but yes, there has been an arson right down the street.
Well, here's
alleged arson.
I'll let you in on a little secret. I have no idea.
Oh, okay, so you don't even know.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I know I'm getting 3 things done. I'm getting a deviated septum fixed.
Okay.
And there's some tissue on the inside of my nose that is like swollen to 5 times the size of normal. They're going to suck some of the tissue out of it, I guess.
So what made you think about going to do this?
I can't breathe. It's like when I'm breathing through my nose, it's like I'm breathing through a straw, you know? So, and then I'll snore. Don't sleep very good. So I'm sure these are all related.
So I just thought this was just like a common occurrence of getting older. You know, I don't know.
I know a lot of people that have had it.
Yeah, so I want to spread awareness to the male culture out there because we're notorious for just ignore it until you die type of ordeal.
Yeah.
Drill it out.
You got to undeviate your septum, dude.
Yeah.
Undeviate. I got to deviate it. Or I got to, I don't know what I'm trying to say right now. I got to find another path.
Right to course, dude.
I get it, man. I get it.
I made a joke earlier when we were in there before you got here that he's going to come into the studio, do a podcast, and his voice is going to be completely different.
Oh, dude, that'd be wild. Have you ever?
Welcome back to On Tap.
It's got to be a thing because my voice is really nasally, I feel like. And because I can't breathe out of my nose. So I think it will change my voice.
Dude, well, here's the thing. What we should do is we should record your voice before you go in just so that we have record.
Oh, I never even thought of that. We should record my voice.
We should record your voice so that we could like listen back on it.
Because we have no recordings of your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea, actually.
Yeah, but
we stick a video of you too so when we know you look like.
Yeah.
Did I tell you guys about when I got my wisdom teeth taken out? I was like, I got my phone taken away by the nurse after I got my teeth taken out.
Yeah.
I think I was on Zoom. We did a Zoom interview, and I think I told you about this. But whatever, I'll tell you again. I was sitting in like the chairs that you like wake up for when I got my wisdom teeth taken out. And I was sitting there, and I had my phone still in my pocket, so I took it out, and I go to Snapchat Tyler. And I'm like, I had that on the front-facing camera. I'm like, dude, this is bullshit. I've been way higher than this before. And then I was like, I thought they were gonna give me the good shit or something like that. And the nurse comes over and she's like, "All right,
Takes your phone away.
do that." Yeah, took my phone away.
Oh my god! Quit incriminating yourself, sir.
And now I'm taking legal action against that nurse.
Yeah, because she stole from you. That's theft. And have you seen the prices of these phones nowadays?
Exactly.
That's above a Class A misdemeanor because that's over $1,000.
Is that
You're going to jail,
that's
buddy.
The cutoff?
Yeah, I think theft of under $1,000 is Class A.
What's the deal with that thing? Did you guys see that thing that they started in California like 6 months ago, where it was like if the theft is under
$500,
$500, you can just walk out. Like you cannot stop them.
Yep.
You got to let them go because of the homeless population. They're just getting survival food, basically.
That's fucking
if
wild.
If it's like basically if they're stealing to survive, then it's perfectly legal.
I don't think that's the actual. I think it's like to prevent escalations and like. You know,
hey,
like
they're stealing a
one,
freaking toothbrush. We don't need this guy getting shot over.
Or or the workers making $15 an hour. Do they really need to be tackling that guy for stealing a fucking case
probably
of
just all the police like calls about it.
That
they're just,
too, yeah.
They're just so overwhelmed
A lot
with the
of
amount
other
of calls.
crime.
Yeah,
Other crime.
it's like, dude, I got I got 5 murders in the last hour. I can't go fucking talk about your. You know, that's what Los Angeles is, right? Like
the hobos are in there just adding things to their cart. They got their little calculator out, like, ooh, $4.99. That's a good day.
We good. That's hilarious. Yeah, the security guards themselves. The security guards themselves are keeping tabs on what it is before and after tax.
Opening the door for them.
Yeah.
Is it
Swipe or no
pre-tax?
swiping?
That's actually a
Pre-tax
good
or
question.
post-tax?
Does government tax thefts? Is if you're stealing something,
Is
are
the
you,
tax included in the price of the item?
it's not, but you're also stealing from the government by not buying it. That's the only reason why they care.
Dude, you're onto something here. I think this goes all the way back to Epstein.
It does.
This is the
The
boss.
sources run deep. The sources run deep. So you say
Follow the money.
it's getting a little bit warmer outside, and it's getting a little bit sweaty outside. I wanted to talk today a little bit about construction worker stereotypes. And how it relates to your guys' lives, because you guys are in the working man's class. And I would say, not that I'm not, but I'm not.
Yeah, unfortunately we are. Yeah, I see that Dalton has mean ass salt stains on his hat right now.
Up here.
You got a huge sweat line on your hat.
I stopped giving a shit. I would wash it like once a week, but then I just fucking gave up. I was like, no.
I started getting black hats because then I can wear them all the time, you know. But then eventually gets like a white line on them. I get that.
If I were to wear a
switch 'em
black
out.
hat for a week, I should, just to show you. It'd be the same shit, but it'd be a nice little white rim to it.
Yeah, I got a dark green one that has a little white rim on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this one's going back in the closet. I'm not gonna throw it away. I'm not gonna throw it away because I'm not wasteful, but I'm never gonna wear it again.
I have a bin of hats for no fucking reason because I wear like 2 of them.
That's the thing too. How many hats do you guys have?
Tyler has a lot.
Yeah.
He
How many?
inspired me to have more. Honestly.
I think 100.
100.
I probably have 50.
I was gonna say I probably have about.
I have about a half Tyler of hats.
a half time.
Well, I bought 70 in one go.
Yeah.
Like a year ago now.
Are you counting all of them?
Yes. Yeah.
So you had 30 prior to the 70 crate.
Yeah, probably.
I just acquire them naturally. When someone offers me a hat, I've never been like, no thanks. I've been like, give me that fucker. Bring it home, put it in the bin.
I'm a
Never
hat
touch
snob.
it again.
I'm like, no, don't even give that to me. I'm never gonna wear it.
Oh, so I'm like the Boone's Farm drinker, and you're like the
Yeah.
Bichon Frise.
I'm like, I won't
That's
even
a dog,
take your
but
free hat because that is trash.
Yeah.
If you even fucking attempt to offer me a Richardson 112, you might as well be dead to me.
Wow. Okay.
strange. That's all we sell on ontapwiththeboys.com.
I hate 112.
We actually only have one of them on the website.
I was against it. Or is it the Stars and Bars? That one right
Well, the
behind me.
Stars and Bars was also 112, but the one I'm wearing right now is actually a 112.
Oh,
and
really?
I really enjoy it.
I was going to tell
like
you how that looks like shit. Just kidding.
Honestly, I was sitting here at the beginning of the episode admiring that. I'm not.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't a plug. I thought that was very cool.
Thanks. I like
This
it.
is a plug. The
Good
embroidered on tap logo looks really good.
It's the on tap neon hat
Script.
cap.
Yeah.
Something.
It's
It's a
fucking
neon.
No
embroidered
cap.
hat.
It's the on tap.
No cap. So back to the construction
Yeah,
worker
sorry.
thing. What is with like construction workers' obsessions with porta potties? Like I understand that you have to use them. I know that they're like on the job site. And I know that's just easily accessible, so that's what makes them popular. But at the same time, there's like a specific vibe that comes to a construction worker's eye when you start talking porta potty and porta potty culture.
I think I think what it stems from is we hate our job. So then you spend that, boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I poop on company time.
Absolutely.
Right.
So you spend your 10 minutes in there going to the bathroom. You happen to have a Sharpie on you. You draw a couple things. Try to make the boys laugh. I have found a religious I think I sent it to you guys a long time ago, like 3 years ago. A religious pamphlet in the Porta-John.
Oh, okay. Wait, where was it?
Reading material?
Where was this at?
It was
I put a pamphlet in a porta potty.
No. This was down in the cities.
I put a porta potty, or I put a porta potty in a pamphlet in the cities once.
No, it was what denomination of Christianity was then?
Yeah.
Jehovah Cain.
I'll be honest, it was Jehovah Witness papers, but
Well, who the
I know
fuck
it
else
was.
is
I know
going
it
around
was.
spreading?
no, I don't
pamphlets?
I think it was somebody in the construction site being
Like,
funny.
yeah, I could see that, but you're not gonna pick. This person got this pamphlet from a Jehovah Witness.
Yeah, it was, but it was, yeah,
So,
it was like a comic book though.
Really?
It was like a comic
Like
book
the-
based on. You know what? It wasn't Jehovah's Witness. My apologies.
Oh, shit, no. Don't
It was some sort of Christianity because it was like Bible themed.
like the power of Christ compels you, but he's like fucking flying across
Scientology.
the air.
Scientology. Was it Tom Cruise?
There you go. It was a Tom Cruise pamphlet.
That's what it was. I bet.
No,
Yeah.
So have you guys ever written anything in a porta potty?
See-
are you willing to incriminate yourself?
I don't see any of that on my job sites.
really?
No, I
I
have
suppose
not
it's just
seen.
you're just there and it's your crew because you're
Yeah.
the dirt guy.
Right.
That
but,
makes
but you're
sense.
also the first crew in there at the spots, right? Like
When
you're-
I leave, they
you're
come
the
take it.
You're the first crew on the site, essentially. You're moving dirt,
and you're
before
not
everyone
really
else is
working
in.
alongside it.
Nobody else uses my shit. Yeah, no. Yeah, so that's why.
So you
mine are
think-
very, very clean. Other than shit in them, it's always very clean.
Interesting.
When I was a low voltage electrician, we are like damn near last half
Yeah.
the time. And the amount of bullshit inside those Porta-Johns is honestly my favorite one.
Like writings, you're saying.
Yeah. My favorite one is the arrow. It's pointing a direction, and then it points to another arrow, and it points to another arrow, and then it makes you're taking a piss, and you're doing all that shit in there with it, and then eventually, like, it's just a fucking duck. Like somebody drew a duck or wrote, "You're an idiot."
And just took the time to direct your attention
So
all the way
you're
around
like
the
taking a
porta
piss,
potty.
and you're like, "Damn, you got me."
I'm jealous, dude. I have
there's-
nothing to look at. That sounds
One of
fun.
my favorite ones that I've ever seen was it's become a meme now, but I actually saw this on a porta potty and it said, any turd over 6 inches in length needs to be hand lowered to prevent chemical splashback. And it said like
super
OSHA
technical.
810 or something.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
Funny.
I've seen that meme. That's hilarious.
So you're thinking, like, your thought process behind it is that people are more inclined to spend more time in there because they hate what they're doing outside of that porta potty.
Absolutely. And then there's no smoking in there, but dude, there is nothing but cigarettes in that bad boy. You can smell it.
So you think guys are lighting up while they're on the toilet?
100% they are. There's no question.
Dude, that is a hazard. Do you know how much methane is in that thing?
Oh, yeah, they don't give a fuck.
Yo, could you imagine?
You think they want to be
You
alive?
think that would light up? Is it enough to light it up?
Okay, it's probably not, but for comedic purposes, could you imagine if you're just ripping a heater in a shitter?
I would guess the chemical in the bottom of it has something to do with preventing that. But
Okay.
you would also need like the perfect mixture of oxygen and methane to make something go boom. It's not like some methane's there and
Okay, but hear me out. Hear me out. What if? What if?
let's
It'd
turn
be
it over
like,
to the Mythbusters.
It'd be like on Jackass when they explode them porta potties with whatever they put inside of them. And I was just watching Jackass 4.5, and they did actually in this last one explode a porta potty. So I could imagine what it would look like. I've
Doesn't
seen
have
it.
to imagine. You can draw back to memory.
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna pick up cigarettes just so I can find
Yeah,
out.
I think I might start smoking cigarettes now.
I'm trying to think of what other shit I've seen in these things.
I'm just thinking bathroom graffiti in general, and I've seen some crazy stuff, but a lot of like fake numbers.
Yeah.
Call for good time and it's their buddy.
Yep.
You know,
I have
that's
seen those.
overused.
Yeah, I feel like I've been so neglected in the construction industry now.
Plenty
feel
of
left out.
Trump 2020s. That's always
yeah.
always in there.
What else? Is there anything like that's like super crazy that you're like, okay, this has been done, but like it's still pretty high shock value?
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, damn.
No, people.
That's way more boring than I thought it was going to be, honestly.
Yeah, dude,
I figured that this was just going to be electric. That you guys have seen all sorts of crazy shit.
I
it's
honestly feel really bad. I literally have nothing
It's
to
shit that you
contribute to
laugh
this.
at, but you don't. You know, I don't necessarily remember it off the top of my head. You know, it's not like it's like for a split second they've got my attention and I laugh and then I go to work and forget about it. Kind of. It always says like "do not draw" or shit like that.
Oh, on the inside of the porta potty.
Yeah, like they crack down on that shit, and then yet, we all got fucking Sharpies. What are you gonna do? Sit there, like, who did it? You have no idea. We all have the same black Sharpie.
Damn. Okay. It's all written in the Milwaukee.
Yeah,
Sharpie.
it is the Milwaukee.
Oh yeah, for sure. The
Inksaw.
Inksaws, dude. They're sick. I got a new one today. A big tip. They're fucking sweet.
You know what I
Milwaukee Inksaws.
I think they missed the mark by not calling it a Drawzall. It should have been a Drawzall.
But
That's
they
genius.
Milwaukee doesn't own the right to the Sawzall name, do they?
Yes, they do.
Oh, they do? Well, why would they not do a
pretty sure.
Drawzall?
Milwaukee's thing is a Sawzall. Like that, everyone calls it that, but that is like.
I thought it was called a Sawzall because Sawzall made it.
Yeah, I thought Sawzall was its own thing.
I don't think so. I believe it's Milwaukee's.
Okay. Well, if you know the answer,
Reciprocating saw is the Sawzall.
Comment it if you know the answer. Here's the thing. They did miss a huge opportunity. And I'm going to go back to a callback a couple weeks ago when I say I think they need to get vacuum cleaners with the Milwaukee battery in them.
Like you're talking full on household vacuums. That would, how cool would that look? Dude, could you imagine a vacuum cleaner dressed up to look exactly like an M18 drill or an Impact? Like same color scheme and shit?
It would be pretty dope.
Be sick
so
as
cool.
fuck.
They could
It'd
do
be
it.
heavy duty.
Oh, dude.
It would be awesome. But make it so that it can be used inside and in your shop. Like make it tough enough to be able to pick up nails and shit. You know what I mean?
Dude, I tell you what, if Milwaukee came out with this, I would like make it my goal to get married so I could buy it for my wife.
I think
Buy it for your wife. I'm talking inclusion, buddy. I'm talking getting men affiliated with the vacuum cleaner, buddy.
We need to change. You're talking this for the stay-at-home dad.
stereotype.
I've got an idea.
Yeah, I feel that.
How about instead they make an attachment for the shop vac that turns it into a household vac? So
Too much to lug around.
No. So you're gonna
It's
lug.
gonna be the size.
So you would lug in the box, set it somewhere, and on the attachment hose you would attach the little.
Oh, okay, just like okay.
I suppose, but
They make the one.
Sorry, but that would defeat the purpose of it being cordless.
Yeah.
because you'd be attached to that big box the whole time.
Yes.
Milwaukee does have a little box vacuum cleaner that it looks like a little toolbox and you just like a hose comes out of it. And you can use it like that.
It's a little shop vac though.
But yeah, exactly. And you can pump it in, pump it out. I mean, it works really cool.
Every brand
but
has that, yeah.
It's still not the household vacuum cleaner. I'm talking like old school Dirt Devil. Top of the line one, Dyson. But they're ridiculously expensive. And them and Shark are the only ones that I know of that make a decent cordless one that runs more than like 6 months.
Maybe the draw, not enough juice to do your whole house.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
I mean, some of them batteries are freaking huge.
Think about how much air you're moving.
You can run a goddamn chainsaw for an hour or
You
two.
can run a weed whip for 3 hours.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
You're
but-
telling me a vacuum sucks less or more power than a chainsaw or a weed whip?
I think it does.
It's probably a lot.
A vacuum? Really?
It wouldn't run off my truck. I tried running a vacuum off my truck. It wouldn't work.
Dang. Maybe
They draw a lot of power. Yeah, it's like because I have a 750 volt or watt inverter. And
Yeah.
mine blows that.
Yeah.
So I bet that wouldn't work because of that. It's too much.
Would you think that they would keep these things on a job site if they were made for both? Or would they just stick with their
Not if
trusty
they-
shop vac that they don't give a shit about?
Job sites would stick with the shop vac. This is so much more versatile. The wet vacuum portion of it is incredible.
Sucking down.
So much dirt and dust and bullshit that you're sucking up. You have to have a shop vac.
And you need
I
that
should call
tube.
her.
You need that
I should
tube.
call her. Was it the
You
dirt
need
and
the
dust part?
you need the what?
Like the tube on the shop vac. Because that's like the biggest reason why I see shop vacs on job sites is sucking ribbon through the conduit.
Really?
Oh,
Which is,
yeah, good
Which
point.
is so fucking cool to me.
Wow.
So cool.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's something I learned as I was a low voltage electrician or whatever. Is like you'll have this 200-foot pipe, and instead of sticking like a piece of wire through and going all the way to the end and having a guy grab a string, tie it on, and then pulling it through, they'll just hook a fucking vacuum up to the end of it and suck like a fucking rope through that conduit. That's genius.
And then they tie it to that and then pull it through real quick.
And then you got to lube it up, and that's like real sexual and weird. But yeah, other than that,
Pretty cool though. The first time I seen it blew my mind. I remember 2015. It was an incredible year.
And this stands out to you.
Yeah,
sure it wasn't
because I
2007?
always wondered how the fuck they did it.
Okay.
So when I first seen it was pretty cool.
Give me a stereotype that maybe I wouldn't know about because I'm not in the a trade of any sort. What's something that is a known stereotype in the construction industry, but we don't know about it on the outside. Can you think
How
of anything?
gay we are?
It's funny that you say that because I was actually thinking that too.
I'm just saying, you fuck around with the other
towards
dudes.
your other guys. Yeah.
It's very
It could be grab
gay
ass
jokes.
a
and
lot
stuff.
of your jokes are sexually charged.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, not sexually charged, but the humor is in a sexual manner.
Sexually charged.
Yeah. I suppose
Against your male coworkers.
I will say, now that I'm boss and stuff, I have not done any of that.
I'm boss. I'm no more gay.
I'm not gonna just be. That's weird. No, I can't be doing gay stuff no more. I feel like that's the worst part about the promotion.
Well, you hear some of the Tucker stories, man, and you're like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You probably couldn't do that as the boss.
Yeah. No. Absolutely not.
Yeah, incriminating and take you out of your position type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What's the HR departments like in a construction business?
Never had to talk to him. I don't plan on doing it.
I think they're way more understanding. Like they tell you not to do certain shit, but I think they all kind of know what happens. And you can see the fun and games or the bullshit type of aspect of guys working together changes if you involve a woman that they don't know. If there's a new girl that joins the crew.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Instantly, everyone's exactly what the HR book expects you to be until she starts playing along.
And
then it's all right, we're good.
Because the chicks will say shit way more fucked up.
Yeah, and then you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. So, have you ever been in a position where the HR department is the one cracking the jokes?
No.
I've been in it where the safety guy's cracking jokes.
Yeah. Okay. When I worked at Sears, I think I was sexually, verbally sexually assaulted by my HR department.
Okay.
Did you create this entire
gonna out
topic
anyone.
to lead us into your confession, beginning of a lawsuit for Sears?
I don't think you can really make a lawsuit against
I don't
Sears
need to
anymore.
make a lawsuit because I single-handedly put them out of business.
Yeah. He got payback.
How do you think we got these mic stands?
I got the payback. I remember it was funny. I mean, I kind of started it, but it was I asked the HR lady because we were just having a talk about HR and we were pretty close. So she was pretty cool, and I was like, "Hey, who do I talk to? I've been here for 8 hours and I have not been." What did I say? I have.
Oh boy, you
remember what I
ruined it.
said.
It was going so good too.
Sexually harassed?
Yeah, I've been here for 8 hours and I have not been sexually harassed. And she's like, in my office now.
So she can sexually harass you?
I guess. I mean, that's kind of where it was going. But
That's fucking funny. Why would you not laugh at that?
Oh, is that what she was doing?
because I was sexually harassed, Dalton, that's why I wasn't laughing. It's not funny.
No. You said, who do I talk to? I've been here for 8 hours and I have not been sexually harassed.
Yes.
That's fucking hilarious.
And then she took you into the office and sexually harassed you?
If I was the
No,
HR
that's where it stopped right there.
Oh.
I just think her saying that was kind of sexual harassment. I'm thinking about taking legal action against.
in my
Sears
office
Roebuck.
now is what she said.
Yeah.
Did you go?
No. I said that's where it stopped. That was the whole story.
I think, I see what you're saying. That does seem like, what are we doing in your office, you know?
It was a little bit entrapment.
Yeah.
It was kind of my I might not have to work again plan. But it didn't work out, obviously.
Your backup's back up there.
Now I'm making poop jokes, recording once a week for a living.
Missed opportunities, man.
Oh, man.
This terrible Mountain Dew hard watermelon is for missed opportunities.
I had a boss one time. It was like my first day on the job. You know, they make you go through the employee handbook and all that shit. Mm-hmm. I'm sitting on this computer all day, and other people would pop in and help me cheat on the test. And it was just HR bullshit. I had to cheat on HR tests.
Nice.
But anyway,
You had to sexually harass your way through the test.
So it tells you like what your boss can't do. You know, your boss can't say, "Hey, you're gay." You can't say things like that.
Yeah.
The thing was done, and my boss instantly started berating me, like just calling me names left and right. And I think it was like a setup to see if I'd like vibe with the whole crew. To see if you would say anything. Yeah, and I just started laughing. And I was like, that was a little bit of a test, I think, to see if I was cool or not, like see if I could take a joke.
So that was your initiation. You had to deal with some sexual harassment.
I think so.
Got to break the new guys in for sure.
That's one thing I was going to ask you. Is there a huge hazing process in construction?
I wouldn't say like hazing full on, but I remember we had this one kid, he was right out of high school, came to run haul truck for us. And I remember these older guys on the crew said that he had this, he's got that crazy look in his eye. He's got that crazy look, and we started calling him Psycho John.
Psycho John?
Yeah. And that he had like bodies in his freezers and stuff. And it's like, oh, he's got that look. You better watch out. He's, you know, we kept calling him serial killer and stuff. Yeah.
Did he end up being a serial killer? Or where are you going with that?
There's an ongoing investigation. I can't talk about it.
Is there really?
No, there's not. He's a really good kid.
And I feel bad. Still with the company?
He quit after that year, and I was told that it was my fault because of harassing him. So I felt really bad. Oh, yeah, but they were just fucking with me. They were saying like, "You're a fucking bully. That's why you quit. You were a bully." I'm like, "No, I didn't fucking start it. The older guy started it." But I definitely fed into it.
In the low voltage industry?
Not real. Well, the typical like. Go grab the cable stretcher.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the aluminum magnet.
Yep. Dude, that never came up. That's genius because I would fall for that shit.
Oh, really?
I would have fell for that right now if you asked me to go grab it. Aluminum magnet. I would have never thought about how it's not magnetic.
Yeah.
The 4-foot level out of the glove box. That's a good one. I have a funny story about that one, but this isn't my story, so I'll tell it secondhand here.
Out of the glove box.
But apparently before I started with the company I was working for, this is back in the day, they had a new guy that started, and they said, hey, go out to the van and grab the 4-foot level out of the glove box. Or no, God, it wasn't even that. It was, oh my God, it was some type of ink. Anyway, whatever. They tell him to go grab this non-existent thing from the glove box. He goes looking. He's looking, he can't find it. They didn't have cell phones and shit, so he like comes back in, I can't find it. It must be back at the shop. They send his ass all the way back to the shop. No way.
Dang.
Yep. I guess the boss was there. This is, back in the day.
Yeah.
And he goes up to the owner of the company, is asking about, what are you doing back here? He's like, I'm looking for whatever the fucking thing was. Let's say it's 4-foot level. And the dude pissed, has to drive all the way out there and scold these dudes.
It's like, what are you doing wasting this time?
Yeah, he just I was like, that is fucking beautiful.
That's actually hilarious. Really funny. So when I worked at You Betcha, there was one guy there that didn't know that the board stretcher was not a thing.
Okay.
So mid podcast one day, someone had asked him to go grab a board stretcher, and he spent at least 30 minutes.
On video?
Really?
Yeah, it was on video.
Yeah, I saw it.
Someone videoed the entire thing.
Yeah.
And spent like 20, 30 minutes looking for this board stretcher around the office.
In the video, it seemed like he was like in on it, but then...
No.
But then you could tell he wasn't.
Completely not in on it.
Yeah.
I think it was they tried to play it off like, I know what I'm doing. I know this is funny. Like,
yeah.
But then like a little bit, it's like, okay, now I really don't know what this is or where it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We get concerned, yeah.
Yeah.
I got caught with the rock stretcher when I first started working lawn care back in the day. But it wasn't my fault. It was like I was hurried. So I'm in the back of a truck with a bunch of shit in it. And they're like, hey, grab me. I'm handing them stuff, unloading the truck at the end of the day. Grab me this, grab me that. And then eventually, still full, scattered bunch of shit everywhere. Grab me the rock stretcher. I'm not thinking. Mm-hmm. I'm just like looking for a thing. And they're like, come on, grab the rock stretcher. What are you doing? Like, they're rushing me. And I'm like, fuck, I don't know. And then they start fucking laughing. And I'm like, oh, yeah, rocks can't stretch. Haha. Like, fuck you guys.
When I worked at Sears, our hazing thing was always to, like, you could access the intercom for the store on any phone in the whole building.
What?
Okay. And so you just had to type in, like, 787 or something like that, star 787, and it would bring you to the intercom. But star 3 numbers of the last telephone is how you answer a different phone from across the store. So if like a phone was ringing across the store and you knew it was electronics, someone said like, hey, electronics, pick 308. So you'd do star 308, right? So we'd always, for the new people, like, hey, Caleb, will you pick 787? So then they like go on there, and then across the whole store, hello, hello, or it'd be like, hi, this is Caleb. Or it was Sears, whatever, and it was like going through the whole store. It was really funny.
God.
Or we'd always be like, hey, we go grab this out of the basement. And you're like, there's no basement. So they're like walking around like, shit, I don't know how to get down there.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
Could you imagine how
Good, clean
much
fun.
your mind would be blown if there was a basement below fucking Sears?
Well, I'm sure there was.
What would be in the basement of Sears?
Here's the thing. I know Sears himself had big ties to Illuminati and the Freemasons.
Mr. Sear?
Mr. Sear himself. And wouldn't surprise me if there was some sort of a sacrificial hall down there.
Well,
Honestly.
hold on. Isn't it Sears, and that's the name, not like he owns the store? Because it was Sears and Roebuck, not Sears and Roebucks.
And then Roebuck passed away, so it was just Sear.
Sear.
It was Sears. There's an S.
Yeah,
There was two of them, and now
multiple
there was, and then
stores.
there was only one.
No, no.
That's part of the reason why they shut down.
I think it would be Sears's. If it
Well,
was
that's
possessive.
the thing. That's the thing. They wanted to keep all the possessive out of the naming.
Yeah.
So they're just like, hey, we're just gonna keep it Sear for now, and then when people catch on, we'll just shut down the whole franchise.
That's why that one in Cambridge is actually contemplating taking the S down because they're literally the last one out.
Okay.
So there's just one single Sear left.
Okay. I think I remember what they told that guy to go find in that bucket. It was a bucket of dial tone.
A bucket of dial tone.
Oh, fucking printer ink?
No,
or what's
no,
dial tone?
Dial tone, like on the phone.
Oh.
Go grab the bucket of dial tone. That's what they
Okay.
told him, and he could not find the bucket, so he went and asked the boss at the office.
It sounds like something you could find.
Yeah, because and that's what I told him when he told me his story. I was like, honestly, I'd be looking for a bucket of dial tone. I wouldn't think about the dial word. I'd be like, toner. It's a fucking thing. I'll look for it.
Right.
My brother worked at a metal shop with my dad when he first, that's just the easiest way to describe it. When he first graduated, and the guys had him looking for a aluminum magnet for fucking hours.
Hours? Oh, this
Hours,
like got
yeah.
drug on
until he
long
went to my dad. Yeah, my dad, they're fucking with you.
Left-handed screwdriver.
I'm pretty sure it was for a while. Yeah, I remember hearing about it, and that's the first time I heard the aluminum magnet. I wish I could think of other ones.
Dude, I'm going to try
There's
that.
always great ones.
If any of my employees are not watching this, because I know one of them does, I'm going to try that on them. I'm going to be like looking under the mower and be like, hey, can you grab me the aluminum magnet? I would not think
the
of
what?
that.
Yeah.
The what?
Yeah, it should
The
be
what?
it should be in the toolbox, the aluminum magnet. It's
Think
right
it-
next to the left-handed screwdriver.
The left-hand screwdrivers. Yeah.
Blinker fluid. I
So
love
there's-
those videos.
There's a lot less hazing than I thought would have happened in the construction industry.
I'm sure back in the day it was a lot worse. I think on your first day you were supposed to buy lunch for everybody. That was one that they were like trying to fuck with me at. And I was a little too old to be doing that shit. Because I started and I was like 26 years old. Like I'm
Okay.
I'm not the
Yeah.
18-year-old kid that you fucking doesn't know what a hammer is. Like,
Yeah, right.
So they couldn't like bully me because I was like their age. Like fuck you, I'm not buying you lunch.
Yeah, right. So you kind of had a little bit of an insight that they were kind of fucking with you. A little bit.
Yeah. I was like, no, I know how this works.
What do you think the worst hazing industry is in like the trades?
Football.
You
Well, it's
think
not a
football?
trade.
You're saying high
Kind
school
of.
football?
I would
in
bet
particular?
it's
Well, I'm
like
saying regular football.
like NFL football
Oh, dude.
or college. I
You're
would,
in
I would
some-
give you college football.
Oh,
you ever seen Blue Mountain State? That shit,
That's
shit's
real. That's a documentary.
Don't they bubble wrap them to the fucking field goal post and kick balls at them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the biggest, I don't know, hazing. A hazing
gotta be carpenters.
profession. Yeah, I mean, it would have to be a trade. At least,
Oh, no, that's what
here's
he's
the problem.
asking, of the trades.
Of the trades?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got to be carpenters, right?
Dude.
Because they just see people come in and
I
go
would, I
all
would
the
think
time.
maybe framers.
A lot.
A lot of the framers that I know
I
are
would
like
just
kind
br-
of rough and tumble guys.
Yeah.
That
I
just
suppose-
like don't really want new blood in there either.
I don't know a lot of them, but I guess I know a lot of laborers, like just general laborers, concrete and
Pick things up, put
everything.
things down.
Yes, and that is fucking ruthless.
Yeah.
I feel like.
So this
Yeah.
goes back to the
But-
no taking time off thing that we talked
Yeah.
about a few weeks ago too. Like these guys literally cannot take time off because like then you're like the job site bitch.
If you take time off and shit, it kind of gives you a little bit of shows that your management or whatever that you don't really want the hours. So like I had it before your 21st birthday in North Dakota. I had it all planned. I was going and everything. We were leaving right after work. And my old foreman came up to me at 5 p.m. on a Friday. And he said, don't make any plans tomorrow. We're working. And I'm like, what do you mean?
Don't make any plans tomorrow.
Don't make any plans tomorrow.
It's Saturday, asshole. Plans were in a week ago.
And and he says, this is what we're going to look at when we start laying people off. That's what he told me.
Yeah.
Because I told him, and he was trying to groom me. It was what he's doing. This was my first year. He was trying to groom me. Well, work is life. Like, you always work.
And you could tell him, hey, put the comb down. I don't want to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you should hit him. That's a good one.
But then, and I was contemplating. I'm extremely submissive, and I just wanted to make everybody happy. I did not want anything to happen at work. So I was literally ready to cancel because he was fucking, like, he gave me a lot of fucking attitude for it. And then another guy on my crew heard about it and then called my other foreman, and the other foreman called me, and he's like, fuck him. You're going. He's fucking with you. That's bullshit. And I'm like,
damn.
And I'm like, thank you so much for calling me, or else I was ready to cancel.
Damn.
Yeah. And he's like, no, you go.
I do hate that because, like, you know, I was one step away from an electrician, basically. So we had it all fucking, you know, dicked. It was all fine, and you can take time off whenever, and we're treated like royalty. But I do think that's bullshit. Like, taking time off is viewed as, like, naughty. Like, they give you the time off.
Taboo.
Yeah, and I get it because, like, a lot of you guys are seasonal. So you work in the summer and then you have all winter off, but it's still like shit happens in the summer. Like things are like, there's things to do, dude. There's fun things to do. People have birthdays. People die. Like fuck.
Yeah, I had to renew my license on my 21st birthday. You have to do it expires on your 21st because they have to change it. And I told him I had to leave early. And he said, you have all fucking winter to renew your white license. You have to do this.
Sure.
You should be doing this shit during the winter. But it was when I turned 21. I had to do it then. So that was another time. That was just a bad foreman.
Yeah.
Just going to say that was just a bad foreman.
You know, that's one thing. That's one thing I like about having worked in the trades and shit like that. Like, I know what not to do as a boss.
Yeah.
You know, like how not to treat your guys. And I tell them it openly. I'm like, I'm not an asshole, and I'm also not very good at like telling you what to do.
But also, I'm going to be kind of a hypocrite because, you know,
you just pulled this on your employee.
I know a couple of guys of my guys watch this, and if they ever ask for time off, I will give it to them. But I am keeping a mental track in my head.
Sure, but you're also not. You're not. You can see bullshit when it's bullshit.
Yeah.
If they're taking time off just to like take time off. You know, instead of it being like, hey,
important shit.
Yeah.
Like dentist appointments, closing on your houses and stuff. I have to leave work early next Tuesday to close.
Yeah, like you can read somebody. Yeah. That's what I mean. Most that dude that you're talking about, he didn't give a fuck.
No. Fuck no.
Your teeth can decay in the winter.
Well, this guy, I mean, he literally devoted his whole life to work. He never had a wife.
That needs to
kids,
die.
Nothing.
Die.
Yeah.
This company man bullshit. I hate that. Hate it. You're not a company man. Of fucking course not.
Yeah.
Right. Life. This is not my company.
I work to live, not live to work.
I told my guys, I was like, you're doing me a favor working for me.
Yeah.
Whatever you need to. A bunch of them took time off this week. We're behind. I know we are. One of my guys offered to work Saturday. I was like, fuck, you're awesome. Let's go. Yeah. It's not just me by myself anymore.
It's a prime example of right now, though, too. Like, the workforce is so scattered. Like, back in the day, everybody was so dire for that job that, well, if you don't want it, I'll find fucking 10 people like you that want this job, you know? That's not the case no more.
Yeah.
You can't fucking find no help.
Well, and that's the problem. You go to McDonald's. That McDonald's that I've just moved away from in Fargo was hiring at like $19 an hour to start.
That's the draw. They say 19, but you're working 20 hours.
Yeah, they don't give you full time.
Right. No, they don't.
And you ain't getting OT.
But at the same time, these people that are applying for this, they don't care, or there's multiple jobs that they're working like that.
They'll do 3 jobs. You know, they'll be like, I worked 3 jobs to provide from. Well, it's because these people don't fucking. They give you 20 hours a week.
Right.
I'll be honest. The people taking the fucking $19, $15, $17 an hour job at McDonald's, those aren't the people I want working for me.
No.
Plain and simple. They obviously don't
have the drive.
They don't have the drive. They don't have the work ethic. At
a certain age, I will say that it's great for the high school kids and everything.
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
They can keep fucking my order up every time, as long as they're from high school.
Yeah, as long as I want that kid to go out and just like ruin his liver on the weekends.
You ever go to a fast food restaurant and you get a burger and it's like, holy shit, this looks like the fucking menu.
Dude,
I can't say that I've ever
I've
had
had it twice. I had it once at a McDonald's and once at a Hardee's in Superior, Wisconsin. Whoever the fuck that was, dude.
they took.
I seriously, I sat there for like a minute. I called Abby. I was like, I just got a burger from Hardee's and it looks as good, if not better, than the way it was advertised.
Really?
I wanted to go in there and be like, do the old, who made this? All pissed off. And then be like,
It's fucking incredible.
yeah, fantastic job.
We should do that for a video. That'd actually be a pretty good one. I'm sure it's been done a lot.
No, yeah, that has made the rounds.
It's been done a lot, but I'm not opposed to it.
It actually happened to me tonight. On my way home, I went to Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Dude, it was the most loaded up soft shell tacos I've ever had in my life. You could barely close the fucking shell.
I don't know if I
Shit
can-
ton of meat and lettuce and shit. Like they were stacked.
I think they probably took your order. They saw you on the camera or something. Like, pull up the pay, and they're like, yo,
Hook them up.
double or nothing.
Because I did get
Look at this guy. Look at this guy in the camera.
Get my boy. Get my boy. Look at that mullet.
I've been really skimped on the sauces lately.
Oh, dude, they're horrible with that
Yeah, so I
sometimes.
asked for a lot of mild sauce. Bro, they gave me probably 50 packets.
They just hand.
Just a shit ton of mild sauce.
You know
I was
why?
in heaven.
They were short and everybody else will pay.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you want 5? I'm giving this bitch 4.
Yeah, and they're saving them for me.
Give me a dozen hot sauces. 6.
I can say this: I've never had a shortage of hot sauce going through a Taco Bell drive-thru.
I have.
Times have changed, man.
I'll tell you
Times
what,
have changed.
that
They're
shit
skimpy
sucks. That shit sucks when you get shorted because
Yeah, both.
those packets, you're amazed at how little is actually in that fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's like a quarter of a taco's worth.
now. Dude, I eat damn near a full packet of mild sauce per bite of a beefy 5-layer.
Seriously?
Yeah.
A
Wait.
full packet per bite?
It's probably not good for me.
Ooh.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
I'm more of a Diablo man.
Dude, I just ripped the mild because I love the taste. I'm
is
not a
good.
spicy guy, but I just love the taste of it.
But Taco Bell's one of those ones where it's the sauce has flavor. It's not like,
Yeah.
hey, fuck your mouth for the next 10
It's
things
not
you
fucking
eat.
Frank's Red shit.
You're going to drink that water. That water's now spicy. Like, that's not...
Right. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, yummy. This has devolved into fast food again. I think no matter what we talk about, we
Full
can do
circle.
this.
Full circle,
We
man.
can pull this shit into fast
So
food.
this kind of goes back into the trades because, like, construction guys are known for just tearing it up at the fast food joints.
You only
I
got
live-
30 minutes, bro.
I lived off the land.
That's the deal. It's
You got
it
30
has
minutes.
to be fast.
30 minutes unpaid. Which I think
Okay.
is bullshit.
So you're
Maybe you
clocked
don't do
out.
that.
You're clocked out. Clocked back in for lunch. Here's what you're saying.
When I did it, it was out of... Fuck, I don't even remember. It's been so long since I did it. I can't remember if we deducted it or if it was like a clocking... With when I was a cable guy, it was a thing. Like, you actually had an hour, which was super nice.
Okay.
But it was unpaid, which, okay, hey, you're at an hour. Like,
Yeah.
that makes sense. But, you had to clock out for lunch, and then nobody was allowed to talk to you. So, like, your boss couldn't call you.
What?
The person routed, yeah, because it's your time.
Oh.
Your router, the person, like, running your route, there's, like, a lady at a desk.
Okay.
She couldn't fuck with your shit. She couldn't touch. By the way, all these rules were always broken. It's pretty
Okay.
bad. And,
Okay.
and then once the hour was up, like, boom, go.
Huh.
Go time.
Interesting.
Yeah, it
Roll
was-
out.
But I can't remember working for low voltage. I can't remember if that was deducted or what the fuck.
Well,
Maybe it was
at least
automatic.
Through the union, they have to pull whatever you write on your time card. They have to pull a half hour off for lunch every
Yeah,
day
because
through my
you're
union.
legally obligated.
Yeah, the company has
statewide, it's a thing. Like, you have to have a 30-minute lunch. Yeah, I just don't remember. They don't have to deduct it. Like, they could pay you for it, but they're not obligated. To pay you
Instead of giving you paid vacation,
Like, I pay my-
they give you paid
I-
lunch breaks. Would
like-
you rather have paid lunch breaks or paid vacation?
paid vacation. But
Yeah, if I could take the vacation whenever I want, yeah.
What if it's that equals out to the same amount of time either way?
I don't care. I'd like the paid vacation more.
yeah, for sure.
Because when you're working, if you're taking a whole week of work off, it's nice you still have a paycheck.
Okay.
Fuck, that's a
so
good
hear me
idea.
out. Would you rather take your full pay, like your normal hourly rate, as your lunch break time, as a paid lunch break, or half your normal rate as paid vacation. You know what I'm saying?
Is it the same amount of hours?
No, yes, same amount of hours, but like let's say you make $50 an hour, you get $25 an hour on paid vacation, or you still get $50 an hour, but you get paid lunches every day.
I'd probably just take the lunches because I don't take vacation anyways. I'd just get the more money.
I would take the vacation because you're not getting that lunch.
Right.
Yeah,
You're gonna like go to lunch with your boss. He's gonna be the first one to order.
that's a good point.
And then you're gonna get your food 10 minutes after him. He's gonna be done in 10 minutes. You're gonna have fucking 10 minutes to smash that food and get up and go. Yeah, not happening.
And you got to talk to the fucker still.
Yeah, so it's not like you get to get away.
Yeah,
Vacation.
dude, I always hated that.
But here, yeah,
And your mental health, boys.
I hated
the
working.
mental health is a big part of it. You know, you gotta just take some time off every once in a while.
Worst part about working on the road
But
is
I don't-
you're surrounded by the same person 24/7.
You said this
Never.
before. You don't drink with your coworkers usually.
Yeah, because I feel like I did it so long. Like at my last job,
yep,
working on the road, you know, where you see this person 24/7. It's a blessing to be able to go home and not see these people.
Only time I ever worked on the road was with Charter, where I stayed like out of town. Is they sent us to training, so we worked in Duluth. I lived in Duluth, and then they sent us to St. Cloud for training. That was the closest training center, and I was sent there with another guy from Duluth, probably one of the coolest dudes I ever met up there. And that was badass. It was like a week vacation, paid. They paid for the hotel room. They paid for food. You just had to like take pictures of your shit. Yeah. And like as long as they didn't itemize the receipt, you could drink.
Well, that's the thing too. I remember I was good buddies with my boss at Sears, and when we'd go out on a company outing of some sort, it would be covered by Mr. Sear.
Yeah.
But that was the trick. That was the trick, was that the receipt could not be itemized if we were drinking, because then none of the bill was covered.
Yeah, you needed to, and we would tell that to the waitress.
Non-itemized
We'd be like,
receipt,
hey,
please.
don't itemize the receipt, please. She'd be like, I know what's up. I've been here before.
I got you.
Yeah, it was badass.
Yeah, I feel like everybody else like training, I feel like is and all the tradespeople hang out if they find
I
the people that
suppose
like.
because you can like feed off each other and pass the tests.
But then like
what the fuck's going on?
My training center was 15 minutes from my house.
That's lame.
So everyone at the training center, they would always go to the bar, Bear Creek, and they would fucking get drinks right after training and get food. Then they go to the casino and they just be all of them would come back hungover as fuck every day. You were tore up at the casino until like fucking 2 a.m. last night. I'm like, cool, dude. I did my fucking chores. Yeah.
I think I went to training 2 or 3 separate times. Three times. Once was for the initial like, hey, you're an idiot, and I think it was 2 weeks. I think it was 2 weeks in St. Cloud, and then the second time was, hey, you're a senior tech or whatever. You got to like prove and be a big boy now. Mm-hmm. And then the other time was to learn gaffing, which is like the spikes on your feet, climb the pole. Bullshit.
Oh shit.
That was pretty dope.
Can you do like that logger shit where you race up it?
I can't go that fast, but I was pretty quick. At one point, I gaffed my boot because it was a very common occurrence. Like as you're coming down or going up, you kind of get close to your other foot. And he had just told us, the trainer had just told us a story about a kid who'd stabbed himself in the Achilles and didn't say anything. And so like,
And bled out.
That is the notorious dude.
dude, no, he went to the bathroom and like, honestly, it was like bad enough where like they had to send him to the hospital.
Damn.
And he like passed out from blood. Like anyway, not like blood loss, but like seeing blood. So like I did gouge my boot a little bit, and I had a little mark on my leather boot. Thank God for Georgia boots. And I get down and he's like teaching everybody else, and he's making his way to me, and then he comes up and he's done talking. He whispers in my ear, he's like, "Did you gaff yourself?" And I was like, "No, if I did, I'd be crying because that would hurt like fucking hell." And I showed him the little mark, and he's like, "Okay, cool." Like, he didn't want to have to deal with that shit again.
What's the mentality on the job site if someone gets hurt? Is that the tough guy thing to just not say anything and just carry on about your day?
I had to break out the first aid kit once. It was pretty serious.
What happened?
This dude dropped the hood from he was checking the oil on the excavator in the morning. Dropped the hood on his fucking thumb. Like, just blew this thing open. Yeah, he wasn't back for like a week and a half.
Oh,
it was bad.
Ouch.
It was bad. Yeah, he was in the hospital like most of the day.
Well, I'll tell you what. When I was at Sears, I don't even know if we had a first aid kit.
Working for Mr. Sear?
Working for Mr. Sear.
Okay.
I don't think they even had a first aid kit there.
They had them for sale, but you had to buy them.
They did.
Sir.
We can fix your arm, but it's $10.99.
He's trying to run his Mandra swipe as his buddy is fucking bleeding out on the ground. I can save 10%.
Override. Or making up prices as somebody I know.
They're out of business.
They're out of business.
Yeah, good point.
We're past 7 years, buddy. Nothing incriminating over here. I got a KitchenAid mixer for $20 once.
I was on a job site where a guy did the old to the finger
with his wedding ring.
What do they call that?
Ooh, I don't think so.
Sheathing.
Degloved.
Degloving.
Degloved.
No, I believe
Pulled the sheath right off.
I believe I don't know the exact what happened here. I believe it was some sort of plumbing deal outside. They had a machine running to like undo something, and his finger, the tip of it the base of it was caught.
And it ripped
Or
it
he
right
tried
off.
to grab something that was moving, something stupid. He did something dumb. You never do something smart if you lose your fucking fingy. And it just took the beans right off that thing.
You made that sound.
And he's standing there like, oh shit. And there was the only reason I know the story is because there was an electrician on site because they always talk to us. But he was like standing right next to him because he was trying to wire something to do with this water deal. And he saw the shit and just fucking covered that shit up right away and like helped
Like, don't look at
he's
it.
like, hey, yeah. There goes your phalange, dude.
That's actually kind of like a notorious thing with operators too. Like none of the operators, most of them don't wear rings, wedding rings, or else they wear the silicone ones. Because this was probably 3 years ago now. I remember getting the picture. The tracks on the excavators and dozers will hook your wedding ring.
Yep.
And our hoe operator, right at the end of the day, got out of the hoe, hooked that fucker, and his wedding ring was about up to here, and it was just all bone in between.
In between, too.
Yeah, so in between. So he had his nail, and the wedding ring was on like his upper knuckle, and it was just all bone in between.
Yeah, so
it was fucking wild.
I was wearing my ceramic one. I got ceramic because it was non-metallic, so that when I was low voltage at the time, I couldn't be conductive, right? That was my thought process. And if it ever gets stuck, they can crush it, and it's brittle. It'll just break.
Yeah.
Well,
see, that's the problem. Some of these guys, they just all of a sudden are not conductive, and then they think they can still get paid.
that's not how that works. Well, anyway, the other day I was doing blades on the mowers or whatever, and I think I went to get up off the mower, and it caught and hooked a special spot, and it like held on to the ring. And it like, as I get off, I'd like turn. I was like, oh, fuck. And then I looked at my hand. I was like, oh, I'm good. And the next day I woke up in the morning and Abby had because I told her about it. She had the little silicone ring sitting on the sink. She like baited me. She put it there like knowing I would see it. And I swapped it. And she said later that day, she grabbed my normal ring and was like, ha, sucker, and put it in the drawer.
Do you guys have a memorable time of like getting in an accident or something where you're like, oh fuck, I don't want to look at it, this is really bad, like really scared, like instantly I'm fucked up, oh shit, and then you look at it and you're just fine?
Oh no, not that I'm fine.
Maybe not
whole
fine.
Hand,
yeah,
that was my whole hand.
Bad.
My whole hand was a blister.
Yeah,
and that was one where instantly when I touched it, it didn't hurt, and I knew because I could hear my skin like sizzling, and I just went to look quick at it, and boom, my whole hand was white.
Was it just one hand or both?
One hand.
Well, how did this happen?
Oh, dude, tell the story. That was fucking wild.
I was driving this. I was like 16.
You were young.
I just had got my driver's license, and I was driving my dad's truck who didn't have any power steering, and the brakes were going out.
Besides the point.
And I was driving this classic car from like Alexandria back to the cities for my dad's buddy. So I went to go pick up this thing, and on the car trailer that I was using, one of the ramps fell down on the road. So it was like dragging on the ground, shooting sparks all over the place. And this guy pulls up next to me, and he's like, pull over. And I'm like, oh, fuck, what did I do? Did I cut this guy off?
It's a cardigan, but thanks for noticing.
So I'm like,
Classic.
oh, no. Okay, here we go. So I pull over, and I just roll down my window like 2 inches. And I'm like, what's up? How can I help you? And he's like, your fucking ramp's been down for about 2 miles. I've been trying to flag you down, whatever. And I go back, and I'm like, oh, it is down. So I like just go down, and I go to grab it and pick it up, but I put my hand right where it was on the ground, not thinking anything of it. And this trailer's super long.
And this guy's
the
screaming
part
at you.
that was touching the ground was maybe like 2 feet long.
Oh, wow.
And so when I went to pick it up, my left hand was right on it, and I felt it right away. Like it was like unbelievably hot and painful instantly.
But you grabbed it with the commitment of picking it up.
Yes. So I had all the weight of this steel gate also on.
Pick the fucker up.
Oh, I
still?
picked it up. I picked it up to maybe like waist high. With all this weight on this, like, basically boiling hot steel plate.
Metal, just
So
molten
then
metal.
I slam it down right away because it hurt, and then all of a sudden it didn't hurt. And I'm like, oh, that ain't good.
Oh, shit.
So and then I look at the guy, and he's like, hurt, didn't it? Gets in his truck, leaves. And I'm like, what the hell am I going to do? This truck doesn't have power steering. I can't drive this with one hand. Mm-hmm. I don't know what to do. So I call my dad. I'm freaking out. He's down in St. Paul at like some sports show he had a booth for wings. So he was like, I don't know what to do. Just call 911. I can't get there fast enough, So yeah, I called 911. I'm like, hey, I'm on the side of Highway 23 and I burnt my hand really bad. And I think I need like medical assistance because I can't drive away and I don't want to leave this here. So what do I do? So they came and they like dressed it for me and like, but I don't remember what exactly
sitting
what
in
they
an
put on
ambulance
it.
on the side of the road.
Yeah.
I remember you Snapchatting like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah, I was sitting in an ambulance and they're like, well, we might have to take you to the hospital. And I'm like, I can't go to the hospital. I can't leave this truck here. I live like an hour and a half away from here. I'm not going to leave this here.
Yeah.
I can't come back and get it, especially not now that I have one hand, So, so basically they just left me. I don't know if they weren't able to leave the bandage that they originally put on me or what, but I had to rip up a shirt that was in the back of the vehicle, and I wrapped up my hand in this like cream that they gave me and this shirt, and then I
Toughed her out.
drove home with one hand on a truck with no power steering.
As long as you're going straight, it's not a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem. At the turns, then it was like, I'm going to go 2 miles an hour because I'm like,
Yeah.
it was bad. Yeah.
People are passing you,
It sucked.
flicking you off, and you're like,
Yeah.
I just remember like the most memorable, like traumatizing thing for me is Cody had like a straight up king size waterbed on his fucking hand.
yeah.
Like the whole palm of his hand was just a fucking huge blister.
It was gross.
Just disgusting.
Did I ever tell you about when it exploded?
Oh, if you have a photo of it, I think you should put the blister on there.
I don't have it. I have it like
Oh,
right
well,
after it
you have
popped.
a
I have a
lot.
photo of it, or right when it was healing. I have a photo of it, but not at its peak. So, my girlfriend at the time, her stepdad asked me to help him carry this snowblower and put it in the back of his truck.
Oof.
And this was like right at the end. Like it hurt, but not that bad.
Yeah.
So I hadn't really put any pressure on it. I went to go pick this thing up, and as soon as my hand like got all the weight from the snowblower, it like and like shot out and went all over their neighbor who was standing right next to him.
bullshit.
Swear to God. Swear to God. Swear to God.
No, that's fucked.
No, I swear to God.
You're making this up.
No, I'm not. I can't believe you never heard this before.
You straight up, you busted your load all over the neighbor.
You gleeked your hand on the neighbor.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh no, you made me
Pick it up. Blister juice, like perfectly shot out between my finger, my pointer finger and my thumb. Because I was like exactly how I was holding the handle of it. It shot all over. And the guy thought that it was oil because he said it was warm. He thought it was oil from the snowblower that I had just picked up.
You just played off. Yeah, clear your oil.
No,
No
and
way.
Then when he realized, he started gagging, and then I'm like, shit. It doesn't hurt, but it might in a little bit.
Dude,
I was kind of
no.
scared. I was like, damn, is he
No.
gonna kick my ass now? Because that would suck.
That's your
fucking
fault.
gross, dude.
That's disgusting.
It was pretty nasty.
Yeah, they say you're not supposed to pop that because all that liquid in there is actually helping you.
Well, I didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah, how dare you?
I felt like, hey, okay, I'm here. I need help.
I think the only time that I've been hurt where I didn't think I was hurt and then turns out I was when Joe, who we know, was driving a side-by-side and we were all kind of tuned up.
Oh fuck yeah.
So we were on this dirt road and he's like driving all crazy. And I tell him, I'm like, hey man, simmer down a little bit. You're doing a little too much fishtailing there. And the guy riding in the middle where there was no seat goes, fuck that, Joe. You do what you want. So he turns into this cornfield or this tilled field at like, I don't know, too fast. Goes in there and tries to whip a shitty in a tilled field. Well, it caught, tipped, and I was riding past and I tried to stick my foot out and it just crushed my foot.
Oh,
And I'm like, I'm laughing because it felt like a dead leg. Like my whole leg just instantly went numb and I was laughing. And I'm like, huh.
But you were like nervous.
And I get out and I'm like trying to pick it up and he's trying to help me and we toss this thing up and then my cousin ended up, whatever this bone is up here up top on your arm, he snapped that. And
that was wild. I remember that day.
So like the adrenaline's pumping in him. I jump in the back and I'm like still like dead leg laughing. We get back to the party and I'm more concerned about my cousin than myself. And I'm like leaning on people and I didn't even realize I was doing it really. Just taking pressure off my foot. I was like, what the fuck? End up going home. I woke my mom up. I was like, hey, something might be wrong with my foot, but we'll check it out in the morning. She's like, okay. Woke up in the morning. No pressure could go on the thing. I was like, fuck. I go into the doctor and it's like a hairline fracture on my foot. Like, luckily it was my foot and not my ankle or anything, that needed to move a lot. I had to wear a stupid boot, but I didn't have to weed whip. That was cool.
Dude.
I could just sit on the mower all day. I was like, I can't weed whip, dude. The boot. I can't.
That's sweet, dude. Yeah. Worth it.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Fucking worth it. Yeah. Where I was going with it with the for me, I've had a couple instances where I've been like, oh shit, this is bad. Like prepare yourself to look at this.
Yeah.
Like,
see, I don't have nothing like that.
Yeah. So I was just in the zone, had headphones in, just cutting logs all day. It was like,
ooh, yeah.
It was like 25 hours deep. And the chainsaw kicked back and smoked my leg. And I'm like, oh fuck. I put the saw down. I'm like, fuck. And I look at it, and the pants were ripped, and I ripped my pants open to see what it was like, and it just barely fucking nicked me. Just
your skin.
It cut me, but just so small. I'm like, holy shit! I'm the luckiest. And then literally the next day, clipped my boot, put a big old gouge in my boot, like right where you can like see my sock through my boot. Damn. I'm like, dude. I'm not supposed to be touching chainsaws.
I've had a couple instances where a steel toe saved my shit. But
yeah.
Where it's like you drop something super heavy and it's like tink and you're like, ha.
Oh, it's literally the best feeling ever though.
Yeah.
When you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I literally just saved
That's why I wear them.
Yeah.
More or less though, if you have steel toes, you end up using them as like a fucking hammer.
Yeah.
You're kicking shit you shouldn't be kicking. And then like you kick it and your foot moves inside your boot and hits your steel toe and you're like, oh yeah, I'm not.
That's why I don't.
I'm not Iron Man.
Or the toe will like curl and get you on like the top of the foot.
Yep. And you're like, ooh.
That's what they worry about too. If something really big lands on the steel toe, it'll buckle
Crushes
back
your foot,
and crush like the middle of your foot.
That's why they started with composites.
Because
they would rather you lose your toe than have it pinched in a steel toe.
Oof. Dude.
Imagine the process of trying to get your fucking feet out of there. They'd rather just no toes.
Yeah. Dude.
Okay. All right.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
No toes and no more podcast because this is the end of the episode. We'll see you guys next week.
End of time, man. I'm tired. I just want to say, I've been wanting to say it all week, but thinking about it all the time. But July 2nd, we have our golf tournament coming up. Sign up on tapwiththeboys.com. 4-person team, $200. Going to be a great time. Got to come on out. Check out our sponsors. Do your thing. Follow us.
Absolutely.
We're out of it.
Follow us on all socials. We'll see you later.